Hi, Scorpio Moon and Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your general reading for November 2022. If you are new to my style of reading, hold on, I don't know what all this crap is underneath my computer here. If you are new to my style of reading, it is a general reading, and that just kind of means that it could be about anything. And if this story doesn't resonate with you as a Scorpio sun, then check back to your respective moon and rising sign, okay? I have with me the Radiant White deck. I have with me the La Vida Sibila. I have for the Oracle cards, the Golden Nostradamus. But depending on what the story is all about, you know, I might change that. So we're just going to go ahead and get into the reading, okay? I hope you're going to be able to see everything okay. There we go. I've already done some meditation and shuffling on your, sign and glyph. Wait a minute. It ain't going to work if we ain't got no smell goods to help bring the I think one of these is already open. Let me see. I don't even know. Probably not. To help bring the spirits in. So if you just bear with me a second, I had a lighter in here. I don't know what happened to it. Be right back. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Let me throw some incense down. And we will get started. So just kind of bear with me for a second here. I thought I already had this set up, but obviously I didn't. Hold there for a second. Okay. And we want to bring some light in. You have to give the spirits something to attract them in. The guides to bring them in. So we bring fire. We bring scent. Oh, trying to get some scent. Hold on. We bring scent. Really? Come on. Oh, there we go. We've got scent. We've got water, we've got earth. Okay. Now, we are ready. Let's go ahead, and as I was saying earlier, I have already done some meditation and shuffling on your sign and glyph. So we're just going to do one more shuffle and one more rifle, and then we're going to lay the cards, okay? I hope everyone is well. I don't know about you, but I cannot believe that we are heading into November of 2022. It just, we went from 2020 to 2022. It seems like overnight. It's crazy. All right, so here we go. 8 of Swords. The Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Pentacles. Well, that's quite interesting. Okay, next row. 5 of Cups. The Magician right in the center. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. The 7 of Swords. Never like to see him come out with the Magician. Okay. Last row. The Tower card. The High Priestess, who is the mate to the Magician, by the way. She is not the mate to the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a celibate male. He doesn't have a partner in the tarot. Final card. Ace of Cups. Now, this is just the craziest thing I've ever seen. Okay. Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3 major arcana. 1, 2, 3 aces. 3 pip cards. Well, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pip cards, but 3 of them are aces. I have 1, 2, 3 swords, a pentacle. What? 1, 2, 3 swords, yeah. A pentacle and 2 cups. Huh. I wonder what's happening here. What is the overall energy of this particular reading for you? It is the 9 of Wands. Well, that kind of makes a bit of sense. Past, present, future. Past, present, future. Interplay of the cards. Right in the center I have this Magician card. In a nutshell, the Magician is about willpower. It is about ego. It is about the ability to direct your willpower in a particular or certain direction to accomplish something that you want to accomplish. The card says that you have all of the skills and the tools that you need to get the job done. I've seen the card show up when it talks about perhaps getting a new job where you're going to be able to use all of your skills and abilities. Okay? But if this is someone else, and I'm not quite sure yet, if this is someone else, followed up by this 7 of Swords, this could be the idea that someone's, for lack of a better term, pulling the wool over your eyes, trying to con you or cheat you, or is lying about something, trying to do magic. Okay. Across the top row, the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords implies that someone thinks they're in a situation that they can't get out of. However, what this card says at a very personal level is that if you find yourself like this, then it was through something that you did, something that of your own making. Okay. This backside, I have 2 aces. Now, 2 aces usually mean a commitment, an engagement, or proposal. But I have 3 of them. I have an Ace of Swords, an Ace of Pentacles, and an Ace of Cups. Now, 3 aces appearing in a reading tell of a legal action about a financial matter. Well, and I would assume the Ace of Swords says that this is a changing. Whenever this is the most powerful ace of all of the aces in the deck. And when it appears, it says that you can best believe something's about to change. It is a card of great power and force. So sometimes this card can be about logic, about reason, about clear thinking, about objectivity. But it also cuts both ways. So this could be excessive worry, excessive fear. There is some kind of contractual issue here. If you've seen this, me talk to you about this, the crown over the ring. One of the ancient interpretations is a formal proposal. Okay. Not necessarily a marriage. It could be a business situation. But here's what I feel. I feel this is 2 people. Equally matched in their own abilities. He's more outward facing in what he does. She's more behind the scenes in what she does. This card also comes to tell you to trust whatever your intuition is telling you. You don't always have to act. You simply need to be aware. So I see that someone moves from this energy to this. This Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity. It could be a financial opportunity, but it could also be an opportunity to do something in a new way or a different way, all right? To take a new path, so to speak. We see there's some sadness and regret here, okay? Feeling sorry. Someone may perhaps feeling sorry for themselves. And then the Tower comes in to kind of like tear it all down, okay? And the Tower card says that nothing is static. Nothing is secure or safe ever, particularly something that we think is permanent, a job, a relationship. So this is can be about tearing down the ideals or beliefs that we have, that we've built around ourselves or around our lives, okay? And those come something occurring and those things come crashing down around us. It's never a bad card, because what typically happens when the Tower occurs is it will occur so that you can rebuild and start over in whatever manner that means for you. In other words, if something has occurred, someone has done something or said something that completely shocked you, threw you for a loop, okay? It tears down everything you thought you knew about the person. Well, now you can start over clearly, being able to see this individual clearly without the fog of magic around them. I don't know if that makes any sense, okay? Sometimes this card can be about literal imprisonment, somebody who's locked up for something, okay? But it's really a mental imprisonment. And it says that even though you may not be able to move at this particular moment, your mind is free of restrictions, and you should be focusing on what will you be doing or what can you do once you are free of this situation, okay? But here's the 7. Now, the 7 of Swords is the idea of postponements, delays, disappointments. It can be cheating, swindling, stealing, spying, lying, deception. I've seen it show up when it talks about a house move. It says that, you know, if things haven't been going your way lately, it's because you haven't been paying attention. And these two figures are looking, this one's blindfolded, this one's looking over their shoulder, okay? And to me, because they're swords, there's an indication that there's two things or two thoughts, okay, that someone's not sure about. See, he's carrying 5 swords. Like, he's going to take the fight away. And maybe he's going to determine to come back. I'm not, that doesn't quite fit. So I'm going to be looking at that card with the Sibilas. But then it ends with this lovely Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups says that no matter what else has gone on in this particular spread, you're going to get a chance for an emotional reset or a new start. I've seen it show up when it talks about new jobs, new promotions, new partners coming in. This could be romantic partners or friendships. Finances on the improve. I've seen it show up in lots of different ways. The 9 of Wands implies that you've been in a battle. You've been in a fight, in a battle with someone. Maybe this is a battle of wills. Okay, the two people here. A battle of intellect, even, with the ace sitting over the top. But it also says that you have, if need be, the energy and fortitude to get back in there and fight again, should you need to. Okay? You are a person of good character and strong character. It is a 9. And so, therefore, whatever this thing is, it will be coming to a completion. But it says that there may be a little bit more left to come. Okay? So, what I first want to do, I can look at all of these cards here to see if they have any meaning with these 3 major arcana cards. Okay? So, I want to start with the 8 of Swords. We're going to take them in the order in which they fell. I don't see anything here, but here's something. It tells you to pay attention as some long-awaited news or information is on its way to you. It may be an indication of the inability to make firm choices and decisions. It may also be telling of restrictions and the feeling of being tied into a situation that you are not comfortable with. It implies that you may become involved in several unsuccessful ventures in an attempt to gain freedom. Don't know what that means for you. Sometimes there's a sense of betrayal attached to this card. It indicates someone who is fearful of moving out of a situation with feelings of confusion and a lack of clarity. But the card also speaks of freedom and movement and may indicate a move, change, or relocation of your home and or home or family environment. It can also indicate a journey, trip, or vacation in the very near future. I don't know. But in the past, something has gone wrong, mentally wrong and emotionally wrong. And whatever the situation you've been trying to uphold came crashing down. Okay? Ace of Swords. Nope. A power struggle going on in your life. You are asked to weigh up the positive and negatives in a situation and make a clear decision or choose what will help solve or at least alleviate a problem or situation. Actually, that was the Two of Swords. My bad. The Ace. The excessive degree of everything. It is telling you that if you want changes in your life, then it is up to you to make them. It implies it is a time of new beginnings and asks that you put the past behind you in order to be able to move forward toward a more prosperous future. It implies that there is a focus on a critical and potentially volatile situation or circumstance. You may find yourself in a position of having to take action or make a decision under stressful circumstances. It is important that you keep your emotions balanced in order to make the correct decision. Tells me nothing about these three cards. Ace of Pentacles. Now, what did I tell you about the two aces? Two aces can tell of a wedding, but three aces tell of a legal action about a financial matter. Okay? So, the Ace of Pentacles. With Three Swords cards, it may be implying that you have taken on more than you can handle. You are asked to take one step at a time. Appearing in a reading, it indicates that fate will hand you a financial gain, and it implies that much needed funds will come in at the most appropriate time. You will find that everything is turning out well in your material world at the moment. In regards to a legal issue, it may be telling you that the matter may work out to your advantage. Well, it could be, but then what is this? You know, and sometimes there's this idea that there's been a accident of some sort, but one that wasn't as serious as you thought it was. Okay? I don't see an indication of like a car accident or anything. It could be a fall or slip, something of that nature, but I'm not sure. There's definitely a legal angle here, okay? We've gotten that by the three aces and also with just the Ace of Pentacles. So let's go to the Five of Cups. Nothing about the Five of Cups. It tells of focusing on the negatives rather than looking to the positives. It encourages you to focus on positive aspects rather than to allow any negatives to hold you back. There are wonderful opportunities to take advantage of, but you need to be able to see them clearly, otherwise you will not make steady progress. Do not allow little hiccups to hinder you. It asks you to consider carefully before making major decisions, as the effects may have unforeseen consequences. It is a 5, and therefore it depends, it speaks of ups and downs. It's a changing energy. It can indicate dissatisfaction and unhappiness brought about by a feeling of a missed opportunity or maybe even an unjust situation. It says that you are dwelling on what might have been, and this is a futile exercise. It is better to accept things and learn from the lesson and then move on. But it also brings a message that things are not as final as they may seem. It can be an indication that there is positive and uplifting news that will bring a joyful message to you. So, I think really this is about the way you're going to have to, the Mercury card, the Magician, as above, so below. So whatever energy you are living in or swirling in or having your head mentally is going to affect what happens in your immediate, in your physical environment. So you may want to watch that. Now, the Seven of Swords. Excuse me. But again, I never like to see these two cards together, so I'm gonna be looking at it. Upset plans, postponements, delays, cancellation. It is as though everything is going wrong around you at the moment. But it also implies stealth and someone who attempts to outsmart destiny and evade the consequences of their wrongdoings. It tells of the possibility of tension, arguments, disagreements, and misunderstandings within a current situation. It may also imply that someone is spying or delving into issues that are none of their business. It is a warning for you to be honest and upfront in all of your dealings. Otherwise, you will be caught out, and this will have detrimental effect on many levels. But it can also imply that you are inclined to take flight from a situation rather than face up to and take the appropriate responsibility and action to find a solution. This card may indicate that dealings may be dishonest or not straightforward and direct, so it brings a message to be particularly aware of all proceedings and remain cautious. So remember when I said that there might be a bit more to come? Tension, arguments, disagreements, and misunderstandings. But then it blows up. And remember when I said to you that you may not have to do anything? So maybe this is a situation where you should just be quiet and sit and keep yourself to yourself. Okay? We don't always have to react to things when they happen. Okay? This is very true. Don't see this saying anything else, but I never like to see these two cards together. So let me check this Ace of Cups. And then we're going to go to the Sibila cards. Nothing about the Ace of Cups. 3 aces tell of a legal action about a financial matter. Well, I don't know what this financial matter is about. Maybe it's about home and family with this Ace of Cups. And this line, it's an ugly line. This line's okay. Maybe you tried to do something and it didn't go quite the way you wanted it to or that you hoped it to. It brought you some sadness and disappointment. You know, if I could go back and do it again. But it ultimately turns out to be okay. It is these two cards together that I don't ever like to see, because if sometimes, in my experience, if they show up together, it speaks to someone very, very, very untrustworthy. Who's pulling the wool over your eyes. So let's see. I'm going to pull cards across the two together. The Melancholia. Same thing. Sadness. It's like a dark cloud hanging over your head. But the card says that it won't last long. There's some sadness and sorrow over something that meant something to you emotionally. that you're emotionally invested or tied to. Now, the Limoneo, the card of commitment. Not only in love or romance, but friendship and business. And the Bambino, which is an intensifier. It's talking about something that hasn't come to pass yet. The situation is just starting. Let me pull cards on this Tower card here. So I don't know if maybe this was a breakup, but there's a financial aspect or legal aspect to this. Well, I mean, you know, getting married is legal. You have to go down and file the paperwork and, you know, the whole bit. Huh, that's interesting. And if this is a situation where somebody's proposed to you and you don't want to, then, you know, don't. I mean, the Vedovo, which to me is almost like this card. Okay, that's the sentiment of the card, the sadness, but just the imagery is very sad. Someone who's mourning the past or doesn't know quite how to love, you know. The Ammalato, the sick person, but this card can sometimes be an indication of people or situations that are making you ill, or having to go to places and visit places that you don't want to, hospitals, prisons, things of that nature. The Allegrezza al Cuore. You can consider this somewhat of the, like the reception at the wedding. So I don't know if this is a situation where someone was going to get married and they decided not to. Someone backed out of it. That's interesting. This is the bride and groom here. This is the bride and her brother, her family. They are related by the color of the clothes. So this card talks about assured happiness and good times and positive things happening. But it's only after a period of some kind of, I don't know, sadness or illness, or maybe it's the idea that you're breaking free. So remember when I said that the Tower card can sometimes be that idea of liberation, of building over. If you're in a situation that you don't want to be in and the Tower occurs, now you're free. It's a liberation. If that's a bad relationship, an engagement you didn't want to, you know, somebody you don't want to marry, there you have it. You can get out of it. But you're going to have to do what it takes to do that, if that makes any sense. Let me get over here to the Vedovo. They follow each other. The widower. Now, metaphorically speaking, the card indicates a void or loss of some kind. But it can also represent someone who's undergoing a period of intense loneliness, isolation, and solitude. In love, it heralds a separation, arguments, incompatibility, rancor, resentment towards another person, a relationship devoid of true love, and growing apart. In financial matters, it can indicate financial collapse or the unsuccessful ending of a project that meant a lot to someone. This card usually entails making life-changing decisions and breaking away from something or someone. It indicates metaphorically estrangement, deprivation, absence, a lack of some kind, and moving away from a situation or a person. In financial matters, it represents financial loss, dismissal, a lack of money, and an unwelcome business trip or relocation. Okay? It doesn't say that you're going to lose your legal case, or if there's a legal financial thing in this. It doesn't say that. So the sick person, basically it's as if the card is followed by a positive card, then it highlights the need to take a break from a very stressful situation so that you can regain your health and inner strength on many levels. There you have it, right here. It says there may even be a desire to go on a holiday. Metaphorically, it represents any situation that is sick. So this can be an unhealthy relationship or personal flaw that needs healing, or a situation that is rife with pain, personal affront, and or corruption. It can also indicate a pathological relationship with another, or something that has been spoiled. It also has the connotation of tainted and unclean. The card can act like a warning. It can indicate a ticking time bomb. The calm before the storm, or a situation that seems still and okay, but that will eventually erupt and backfire, causing great damage. But it also warns you of people or situations that can lull you into a false sense of security. It indicates people who are making you ill. What it just said. And the last three, the Allegrezza al Cuore, which is the Five of Hearts, which is that card, but look at the difference between those two. Okay. Here we go. This engagement, consolations. It indicates marriage, achievement, passionate love, engagement, and a positive family event. If personal relations were troubled, it heralds a reconciliation, perhaps. It represents requited love and or a period of emotional stability with another. It indicates the presence of loyalty, the ability to make a commitment in more than one area, so also in business. It foretells of the answer to a prayer, a fulfilled hope, and a period of happiness. It guarantees success and realization. In business, it represents a good investment, achievement, good contracts, and financial stability. So the card has many meanings. I don't necessarily think that this is a it's the legal issue thing keeps coming up, but I just don't see where or how. I just don't. But maybe I'm not supposed to. And so again, maybe this is the idea that you were about to join forces with someone, and now you decided, oh no, maybe you got cold feet, or maybe you just determined that, it's not the best time for me. And so now you've got to figure out how to get out of it. And there may be some legalities with that. I'm going to pull one card on this Ace of Swords. Dispiacere. Bad news. Morte. Someone has said something or done something which can never be taken back, and the situation or relationship will never go back to the way it was before. But oddly enough, this card comes out to say that that's almost a gift. Okay. And so if this is a situation where you've broken up with someone, and maybe even a divorce, for all I know, maybe that's what the legal issue is that's coming up, because it kind of has the hint of a divorce. Remember, I said that's a couple. And it kind of has the hint of a divorce or separation underneath it. Whatever this news is pertaining, it shocks you to your core and is very painful. Okay, the card doesn't tell me. It just shows me that she got some news. There's the letter, and there's her reaction to it. And whatever that is, it brings about a complete irrevocable break. And again, it is like a card of liberation. If it's been a bad relationship, then, you know, now you're going to be free from that person or that situation. And this is almost like a gift. Now, it can relate to things. So this is clothes, jewelry, possessions, property, money, finances. Yes. Okay. But sometimes metaphorically, this card can be like, you know what, even though this was painful and a hurt and it came to an end, it's really one of the, it's like a gift to you. Okay. So that's the reading for you, Scorpio. Let me go ahead and formulate one question for the Golden Nostradamus. That's quite interesting. Alright, here you go. Well, it is the Jester. Where's the book? Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, one second. There it is. Okay, found it. The Jester, number 29. Here it is. When on his face he wears a frown, he cannot pretend to be a clown. An event is coming that you have been dreading for some time. But do not worry. This occurrence will bring you good luck, good news, and renewed energies. That's it. So, that is what I have for you, Scorpio, for the month of November. I hope that message helped. And until next time, be well, stay safe, and namaste. Bye.